progresses here. There is going to be a major drone transfer down to this expansion. Not really sure why he didn't send it to this one, although this one is a good bit mined out. We will have to see, though. Probably a good idea, or probably a good call by Happy. I am just too noob to really tell. Yep, the game is going to go ahead and progress here. There are going to be some Archons in the field, which are great versus Zerglings, and also they do a good job versus the Roaches as well, as they do have a little bit more range than the Zealot Sideblade. As both players just kind of taking this time to macro up just a little bit. However, it looks like MIK is going to go ahead and move out with his Archons and Psystorms, pushing back the Zerg Roaches to his second natural. He is going to go ahead and bunch up just a little bit here with a few extra Stalkers. Is trying to get some Psystorms in. However, he is not really able to hit them, as the Roaches are kiting around constantly, trying to fake out MIK and make him put Psystorms where the Roaches are not, which is exactly what he is forcing him to do. And this expansion will live to see another few minutes. Unfortunately, the drones here were killed off, as I do not see them anywhere, although it looks like he has, maybe he transferred them up here and I just didn't see it. That is unfortunately one of the downfalls of playing a game at Faster X2, is you cannot catch everything like I said. I will actually put a link to this website in this game's profile, so that way if you do want to watch the replay in its entirety, you can see it. A little bit of a skirmish there by the Roaches, as they do try to take out some Protoss forces. However, the Protoss was able to drive them back, as he is going to go ahead and reinforce this fight with some more Stalkers, which are very good at kiting the Roaches, as they do have the longer range upgrade. And let's look at upgrades here. It looks like the Roaches do have two wow, okay, that one died so quick, I couldn't even tell. 2 offense, 1 defense upgrade, whereas the Protoss does have 2 offense and 1 armor upgrade. It looks like the Roaches did die, especially since MIK did bring a Void Ray, which, you know, obviously Roaches can't shoot up. I don't know if they can't tilt their heads up or what, but they were able to take out the Roaches, and the Archons are going to go ahead and come in here, finish us off, as once again, this expansion does die a horrible bloody death. And Happy is going to go ahead and once again try to reinforce. Looks like he's going to try to bring in some Hydras, to kill the Archons and the Void Rays a little bit. However, it is not really going to be enough, as this Void Ray is able to live. And will this Hydra kill it? Yes, this Hydra is able to kill that Void Ray, allowing the Zerg to go ahead once again, push out, try to take out the second Protoss expansion. I believe he was trying to put these pylons here to block off the ramp a little bit. But unfortunately, you can see, while I had this hovered over, you can see there's the kind of spinning circles around the pylons. If those circles are not overlapping, that means that units are able to get through that. So maybe you know, MIK was thinking maybe he can just kind of funnel the units out a little bit while still allowing his own units to get out. I am not sure, because I was not actually observing this game, but you know what, that is what has happened, and we're just going to go ahead and continue on with this replay here, as both players are going to go ahead and continue to macro up a little bit. Happy is going to go ahead and go with the Hydra Roach, try to combat the Stalkers and the Void Rays, which, you know, they haven't engaged each other in a few minutes, but here comes another major engagement. You know, the Psystorms are going to go out. He is going to burrow, you know, definitely taking good advantage of the Roach regeneration, which is incredibly powerful. I don't see that often enough in games. A couple Hydras, you know, burrowed down here. I guess they wanted to be in the Cool Kids Club, hanging out down here with the Roaches. However, Hydras, you are not Roaches. You cannot regenerate very quickly, as some of those Hydras did die horrible deaths trying to get away from the Protoss forces, as the Protoss are going to go ahead and move out with a good quantity of Zealots, High Templars, and a Void Ray there to kind of seal the deal, especially if he can kind of keep that behind the Zealots. That Void Ray will basically just kind of act like a long-range artillery sort of unit. As both players are dancing around, the Zerg is trying to pull off, MIK to get some fake Psystorms and whatnot. However, it is not really going to matter at this point, as both players are doing a full-out engagement, and it looks like actually Hydra was able to reinforce from the rear with some Roaches to counter this this engagement at his expansion, which it looks like this is actually the only expansion that has any minerals for Hydra. Both players are kind of in the same position in terms of economy right now. Both players running off of one base. However, MIK is able to completely saturate this expansion at the 9 o'clock with all of his probes that he's transferred from his 2 bases, as neither one of them really have any minerals left. So it looks like there's going to be more Psystorms going out here, as Happy does try to burrow in with some Roaches. However, he does not realize that there is a detector here. This cannon will be able to see these Roaches as they come in, burrowed with the movement upgrade. Unfortunately for him, that does not work out too well, as MIK does continue to warp in units. It looks like Happy was going to go ahead and kind of try to tempt this base a little bit, maybe lure the forces up. However, he decides to go ahead and attack this set of rocks up here at the northwestern expansion. He probably saw... Happy probably saw that this Phoenix flew up there. He was probably thinking that there was some sort of expansion up there. However, there was not. So both forces going to get into an engagement here. However, it looks like the Roaches are going to try to retreat back to the creep, using their the creep speed to its full advantage to catch up with the Hydras, reinforce a little bit. He was probably thinking that the Protoss was going to chase him. However, that was not the case. He does also have some Zerglings here. You know, Zerglings are both great and terrible versus Psystorm. They're great in that they can speed around super quick, and they can get in the Protoss's face, get behind the Protoss lines, and pick off the High Templars. And really, they won't be in one spot for too long, so the Psystorm won't affect them too terribly much. However, they do die very quickly to Psystorm, so if they get hit by it, they will just explode super quick. Protoss is going to go ahead and build a few more Void Rays, because he does see the quantity of Roaches that are included with Hydra's unit composition here. Both forces are kind of teasing each other, kind of picking off one another. HappyHydra was able to pull off a couple Zealots from the main MIK army here. However, it wasn't really enough to do a whole ton of damage. He's going to go ahead and continue to kite off these Zealots. However, you know, these forces are in engagement now, and unfortunately, there was not enough Psystorm damage to really pull that in MIK's favor, as he is going to go ahead and come in here with one Archon, which will die, as well as that Phoenix. He is going to go ahead and bring in some more Zealots here. At this point, like I said, you know, both are running off of one base, so as you can see from a monetary perspective, you know, MIK is sitting here, he's got a few hundred gas, few hundred minerals. Happy is just scraping the bottom. He is doing as much as he can to stay in this fight, using this Queen, you know, as kind of a tank, where these Zealots are going to go ahead and try to pick off these production facilities. He was able to take out the Roach building. These Zealots are continuing to reinforce this battle. These Roaches are doing the best they can, but it is not going to be enough, as there are just too many Zealots here to really, you know, really do a whole lot at this point. There are some more Stalkers coming in, and Happy, it looks like, is going to go ahead and throw in the towel with a Rage Quit. If this is not an iconic Rage Quit, I do not know what is. But that is the game, ladies and gentlemen. That was completely intense. I absolutely loved the pace that this game went at. And like I said, it was a little bit faster speed, so I did miss a few things, and I will include a download link. Actually, I'll just include a link to the website at the bottom of this video. But check it out. Like I said, both these players, very good. I definitely enjoyed the fast-paced level this game was played at. Unfortunately for Happy, MIK was able to pull it out in the end with the constant Zealot pressure. And I hope you guys enjoy this. I know I sure did, and I will see you guys later.